What is going on, everybody? Today we're looking at the Masters of the Universe Origin Deluxe figures. So we have a couple Deluxe figures we're going to be looking at here today. So first off, we have King Hiss of the Snakemen, so the ruler of the Snakemen. So awesome to finally have him to open, as we've been more recently building out our Snakemen characters. So awesome to have their leader. And then we also have Snake Face, which looks pretty cool. Now the box is completely destroyed. I don't know if you can see just how completely smashed up. So it got smashed up in shipping for us, unfortunately. But still looks like the figure's fine and everything, and nothing wrong with it, and still has all like accessories and stuff, so that works out. And then along with these, we're going to be looking at this Skeletor and Screech. So this looks pretty cool. We have Skeletor, as it says here, inspired by vintage artwork, so I'll tell you more details about that. But then we have Screech that kind of goes with Zor, the good guy version, the form of sorceress. But now we have Screech, so just a different color of the bird there. But this pack looks pretty cool as well, mostly for the bird, but it's cool also get that Skeletor and the different design as well. So we just have these three deluxe things we're going to be looking at. I'm super excited about the Snakeman, though. That's what I care most about. So let me go and get these out of the package and we'll take a look at them together. So let's start out with the multi-pack Skeletor, which has a color design based off the vintage artwork of Rudy Obrero, which did a lot of the artwork for the old Masters of the Universe back in the 80s and everything. So it's more based off his artwork, but otherwise it's just Skeletor, so there's nothing really special about that, just the color, where instead of like just the all solid like purple, or like I guess this one's more of a off shade of purple, like not like the normal purple, but whatever it is, the now has like this orange details on it as well. So we have it up on his hood, on the chest plate, and a little bit on his loincloth and stuff. So that's like the only difference, is just this color design. But then we have the mouth there, so they got the mouth open, so you see the inside mouth, and it actually has the jaw that can move back and forth, so you kind of open and close that there, which is pretty cool. But still the normal Skeletor with the all yellow face, red eyes in the black, and the green outlining it there. Again, as I mentioned, the purple outfit design, so purple armor and stuff there as usual. Has the light blue skin tone that continues all throughout the body, has the loincloth underneath the black fur with the black belt, but then has the belt over the top with the little dangle down and stuff. And overall looks pretty decent all the way down to the same purple color there on the feet, just the same feet in a different color. So like I said, nothing too exciting, it's just they changed some of the color for the Skeletor is really the only difference. But we can do the movements, so the head can twist all the way around, it can look down that far and up that far, so good movements. Shoulders can come up to 90 and rotate all the way around. We get the single elbow joint there that bends a little bit in and rotates, as well as the wrist can twist all the way around and flex it back and forth. Then we go to the twist at the waist, so twist all the way around, and the hips can come up a little and out to the side. We have the single knee joint back with rotation, and the shin twist at the top of the boot with the foot that'll flex back and forth and twist side to side. So as expected, exact same movement, so nothing new is going to be different with the Skeletor besides the colors. And I do love the little mouth function feature, that's pretty cool. But for accessories, he comes with the normal stuff. So first we get the Sword of Power, so his version of it there in the all purple design. So let's go and put this in his hand. So there's the sword, and then he also has the Havoc stuff, and again, all these are in the purple, and this has some of that orange on the end of it as well, so that looks cool. So let's put this in his other hand. So there's Skeletor with all his accessories now, and overall looks cool. And of course we can bring in that old Skeletor, so just the normal original Skeletor, just so you can see the difference with the colors and stuff that they did for this artwork design. But like I said, nothing too special about this, just some little different features with the color design, from that artwork, and then has the functioning open and closed mouth, which I do like that a lot. But the main feature for this pack is getting Screech, at least that's what I'm saying. It's got a bunch of E's in it, but overall looks pretty cool. It's pretty much just a repainted version of Zor, so it's a falcon owned by Skeletor and used for aerial attacks, and like I said, just a repainted version of Zor that we've already had, which I love that bird design, so having this as well. So it's got all the purple and blue color, so purple that matches that Skeletor, and then the blue design as well with a little bit of orange there on the end and black underneath, or I guess really dark blue is what it is. So we got the little talons there on the bottom, of course the bird head with a nice red eyes and orange beak there, and then going into the colors there with all the fur design. And of course the whole top section here is all a soft rubbery design, and underneath here is a hard plastic. And we do have the function on the back here that you can push on, and it makes the wings flap, so it functions these little things in here, so it makes the wings flap, which I love, just sitting here and making them flap. So overall pretty cool, not a whole lot to it beyond that, it doesn't really do much, but it's just like I said, it's just the evil counterpart for Zor. And speaking of Zor, here is Zor, so there we have the two now. So we have these two birds fighting while all our masters take on the evil warriors, so yeah, we just have them fight as well. So pretty cool to have that. Like I said, it's just a a complete repaint of Zor. But just like Zor, it does come with some stuff. So we have a perch for it to sit on. So we have this like all maroonish color sort of thing. And with this, we can just take and easily clasp the feet up on the thing there. So it'll stand up on top. So it can just be floating up there in the air. Or you could even, it'd probably weigh it down quite a bit. You could grasp it onto Skeletor's arm if you want. But like I said, it would kind of weigh him down and he wouldn't be able to stand up. But here we can just have the like perch up there for it. And then it also comes with the armor piece just like Zor had. So with this, we can take and slide it onto the body. And it'll have this harness with weapons and stuff. So let's try it. So there's the harness on top of it. So now it's got like guns or missiles or whatever sort of stuff there. It can shoot out of the front and then all the way back with like the little fin design and stuff. So works pretty cool. It kind of just clips on so it can mess up the bird there, like on the side with the like rubbery stuff up top. But it just does sit on it like that. So now it's just got some extra armor and weaponry and stuff that it can fire off. So looks pretty cool. And I loved having Zor. So having Screeech to go along with it is pretty cool because I just love the bird design and the flappy wings and stuff is really cool. I absolutely love that, but just don't like this harness design overall. But with having Screeech and Skeletor together is pretty cool. Like I said, now we can just throw in that Screeech with normal Skeletor, but it's awesome, like I said, to also have the Skeletor just because the alternate color versions in this pack came together. Definitely wanted Screeech, so we had to get the Skeletor, and I think this pack is pretty cool. And next up we have King Hiss, which first appeared in the 2002 He-Man series, and he's the ruler of the race of humanoid snakes that was freed from imprisonment by Skeletor to help him destroy He-Man, and he has a human appearance but is actually made up of 5 intertwined serpents that has an array of magical powers and hypnotic ability. And overall he looks cool here, so he's obviously King Hiss, so he's the leader of the Snake Men, which is all the characters we've been getting more recently, and he looks pretty cool. Like I love the face design where he's got like the snake-like eyes there, but then like the human face, so that's pretty creepy. And then has just like this head, I assume it's like a helmet there, but it's got, you know, the snake scaling and stuff going all the way down the back, which is pretty cool. And it continues down the body with the green snake scaling over the top. Has this like silver armor piece with the Snake Men logo design there, some orange colored gloves there on his hands, and then some red underwear with like the snake scaling design and belt around the waist. The green scaling continues down all the way to brown boots as well. So he just looks pretty off. Like obviously he's going to fit in and work with the rest of the MOTU characters, but he just looks different from the rest of the Snake Men since he's got, you know, gloves and boots and everything and looks humanish with the face and stuff there, so a little bit weird. But as I said, he is made up of snakes and we will see that. But we'll do the movements. So the head twist all the way around, can look down that far and up that far, so just a little bit back and forth. The shoulders can come up to 90 and rotate around. Single elbow joint to 90 with rotation, and the wrist can twist around and flex back and forth. Then we got the twist all the way around at the waist. The hips can come up a little there and out to the side. We get the single knee joint that bends back with rotation and shin twist at the top of the boot. The foot can flex back and forth and twist side to side. So the same movements as usual and expected. But before we show his alternate form, let's give him his weapon. So first he has the snake staff, which again we've seen this sort of design with a lot of the Snake Men. So we have the snake staff that we can put into his hand, and it's nice green color for this one. So there he's got the staff, and then he also has a shield as well. So nice like all reddish color shield with the snake design on it there, which is cool. So we can just clip this on his wrist, and it has a cool feature where you can clip it on and then sort of twist it around whichever direction you need it. So there he has his snake staff and the shield there, which looks pretty cool. I love the color combination with the dark green of the body, light green of the staff, and the red of the shield, so that looks pretty cool. But as I mentioned, he does have an alternate form where he's all made up of snakes, and he has 5 different snakes, so we get 3 of them here to be his main body and his arms and stuff, so that'll look all creepy. So let's switch this out. So with these MOTU characters, I don't think I've ever shown it, so you can easily like pop that off. We've had, you know, interchangeable heads before, so nothing new there, but you can also pop apart the body, so you can pop the like shoulders out. I mean, I believe you can do it in half, and then the legs as well. You can just pop all these out. Usually there's instructions included with each of them to show you how you can take it apart, but you just do that, and then we got to get this chest plate off. So there you can get that removed. So there you can see more of his snake body, which is kind of funny. He looks like corn on the cob with that sign, but there we can see more of his main body, and then we can take the extra pieces. So we have his head here that we can just pop on. So there he's got the snake head, and I like how it does also have the snake like wrapped around there, and then we can just take each of the arms and pop them in. So there we have King Hiss in his true form. So now he's got all those snake pieces there. So we got the 2 snakes coming out for his arms, and then the one there at his head as well with the big mouth open and fangs and stuff. And with this we do have movements, so it can still rock back and forth and twist all the way around, and then the arms do still come out and move around and stuff, and then the wrist can twist around there, so just like the snake heads can twist around. So that is pretty cool. So very awesome for King King Hiss here now in his true form. Of course, I'd probably just keep him in his other form just because I think it looks overall much better, but it does still look pretty cool. They're having him in this form and looks pretty awesome and vicious and snake-like and stuff, so overall it does look really cool there. And finally, we have Snakeface, which was a loyal snake man that was freed by King Hiss and has more humanoid appearance, but his eyes, tongue, and scalp all turn into snakes with the ability to turn anyone that looks at him into stone. So it's pretty much like a Medusa. And overall looks pretty cool. As I said, it is more humanoid, just like the body, you know, does seem very humanoid and not as just like full snake and stuff. But I like how it looks like it's almost all stone with just all the gray skin and everything, but it still has the snake feature. So especially the head there, as I mentioned, so you can see the hair design, you know, like Medusa and stuff with all the snakes sort of coiled around there. On the helmet design, that it almost looks like Man-at-Arms helmet or whatever, so that just looks pretty cool. And again, all the snake design stuff you can see curled around back there, and his face, so it has the like snake textured skin there, it has the big fangs and the tongue in there, the nose and the red eyes, just looks all creepy and stuff. And like I said, it almost with the gray color just makes me think like it's half turned to stone. But then I like the gray going down the arms with the snakes wrapped around it, and green on that little outside sort of airbrush there. And then it has this black outfit with the Snakeman logo on there and some features I'll show you in a second that go down to like purple snakeskin underwear with the green belt around it, and the gray continues down the legs till we get some of the boots. That I like how it's still got the web toes, but they're like inside of boots, so it looks a little bit funny. And overall, very creepy design. Definitely design I don't care for the most, but also think it's pretty fun, especially with the accessories we'll get. But for movements, the head will twist all the way around, and maybe twist all the way around. It's hard with the different head pieces there. You can sort of work it out with the chin and then that little flap there on the back. The shoulders can come up to 90 and rotate all the way around. We get the single elbow joint that bends to 90 with rotation, and the wrist twist around and flex back and forth. Then we got the twist all the way around at the waist. The hips can come up a little and out to the side. Single knee joint bend back with rotation, and shin twist at the top of the boot with the foot that'll flex back and forth and twist side to side. So nothing new there either, but overall, like I said, looks creepy but also is a fun design. But as I said, we get some fun accessories. So first we get an additional head we can switch out that has more snakes coming out. So we have snakes coming out from around back of the head, as well as out of the eyes, and the tongue sticking out and everything. Just looks creepy, so let's switch this out. So there is that head, and unfortunately I think the old toy had like a button where it'd like make these snakes and stuff pop out, so I wish it had that feature instead of just always being popped out with the different heads. But I think that looks pretty fun, so definitely would want to keep it in that form. For weapon wise, we get the snake staff as usual, so we just saw that before, so let's go and put this in his hand. So there he's got the staff, and then we also get a shield, which is pretty cool. Not a shield design we've seen before with all the different snake heads coming out, so almost like a star design and stuff. So let's put this in his hand. So there he's got that shield design there as well, so a little bit different and kind of weird just overall, but still looks really cool. And the final feature of this is that on his chest plate here, it does have these snakes that also fold down. So these little black selections do have little things that can fold down. They have two snakes on them as well, so you can have all that folded down with the snakes now ready to turn people into stone, and that just looks pretty fun. Like I said, not the best looking character, but it is pretty funny overall with the design and everything. Now with that, we can bring in all our snakemen now being led by King Hiss. So there's all of our snakemen characters now that we've been slowly building up. So very cool to have King Hiss and now all of his snakemen that we have so far. So very cool to just have more of the snakemen. Well, that's it for this Masters of the Universe Origins Deluxe Wave, where we got King Hiss and Snakeface of the Snakemen, as well as that 2-pack with the Skeletor and Screech, where Skeletor has like the vintage artwork designed to him. So very cool for these deluxe figures overall. Super excited to have them. Like I said, awesome to get more of the Snakeman, and then I definitely wanted Screech, so Skeletor didn't really care too much, but still looks pretty cool overall. So let me know what you thought of these down in the comments. If you enjoyed this review, let me know with a thumbs up. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.